Hi everyone, welcome to my new channel. I'll put a link to my old channel below, but I'm not going to really be on that anymore. I'm kind of changing my tune. My old channel, I talked a lot about Trump and his administration and all the crazy, horrible things they've been doing since he got in. But I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm just going to fight for people, hopefully. Share stories from people. And I hope you like it. Or say you're just someone who needs someone who understands, a little support, a little camaraderie here, right? I'm not on YouTube to make money. I'm pretty upset. I'm furious, as a matter of fact. And we all need to get together and vote all these old farts out of office. At least the ones that are still alive. Mitch McConnell's dead. I want liberty for all, but mostly for women, children, and the elderly. Come on. The most vulnerable parts of our society, right? I mean, the injustices being done to the most vulnerable populations is disgusting, illegal, immoral, inhumane. Trump and his cronies have destroyed the American dream. I heard one elderly YouTuber say, there is no American dream anymore. There is only survival. Damn. That couldn't be more accurate. Or hit harder. And let me start my whole channel by saying this. In order for me to have more credibility, or maybe not, I'm going to be transparent. I tell the truth. Oh, you might be thinking I'm bragging or self-righteous. No. I tell the truth. Why would you lie? Why would you not tell the truth? What do you have to hide? So, I'll tell you, I'm 64 years old. I live in Idaho. Yes, Idaho. I am from Chicago, and I spent a few years in Wisconsin. But I moved here after my son and his family moved here for my son's career. So, I followed my grandkids, like a lot of other people do. And they are the most precious thing in my life. I couldn't be without them. Sorry, I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe. Before I sat down, I didn't kick up the air conditioning a little bit. Being in Idaho, southern Idaho, near Nevada, it's desert-like. It is hot here. Now it's going to remain over 100 for weeks. But I'm divorced. I was married for almost 27 years. And that was when I caught my husband in an affair with my cousin. My first cousin, my mother's sister's daughter. What a tough blow that was. But I've gotten over it. She can keep that piece of... Anyways. Okay, so my sleazy husband and my cousin, the mistress, had some of the family members choosing sides. Believe it or not, chose sides. There is no side. Well, there is one, only mine. Sorry. But, when your husband goes off and has an affair... It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's 100% their fault and their selfishness. Just so that you all know, okay? But there were some family members that were on their side. And needless to say, they're not in my life anymore. I know, hard to believe. But my immediate family, they supported me. They were great. And that was a while ago now, so, but it really did break my mother's heart, and her sister's. And her sister happened to die a few months later. It was all tragic, you know? Anyways, to me, they're both evil, narcissistic, scum. So let's go on from that. I'm living in Idaho, as I said, because of my grandkids. They're here. But it's not such a bad place. It's beautiful here. The weather's not so bad. That's what I like about it too, because the winter's pretty mild. You know, I came from Chicago and Wisconsin. We'll be lucky some winters if we get a couple inches for the entire winter of snow. So that is awesome. If I never see another snowflake, I will be the happiest person ever. But there's other things, you know. People here are really nice. Don't get me wrong. I've got some friends, and some of them are not on my side of the aisle. Whatever. But when they start, or anybody starts pushing that Christianity down my throat, any MAGA people start arguing with me about things, when they become all self-righteous with me, they better not push me too far or piss me off, because I will go Chicago on them, okay? That's not a good thing. Anyways, so I'm not living the American dream anymore. Things are pretty tough right now. And so it just doesn't really matter where I live, because everybody in this country, yeah, well, not the wealthy, but most people in this country are suffering horribly at the hands of Donald Trump. So I'm just surviving barely, but I'm still here. But I'll explain in upcoming videos just how serious survival is right now for the most vulnerable people. Pretty much the people who should be taken care of. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to give you about current events that have to do with our rights being taken away, and everything from our healthcare to our food to everything else gone. So, it won't be all depressing though. I'm sorry if I sound like gloom and doom. But gloom and doom kind of explains everything right now. I was kind of in a funk, and I didn't keep up with my last channel because I had it. You know, you got to watch out for your own mental health, by the way, first. And what's been going on, I'm sure quite a few Americans are done with it all. But we got to hang in there, at least for a few more months, either till an election, or more of them start dropping, you know. YouTube doesn't like for us to use certain words, right? Anyways, I will be back soon with some good information, I'm hoping. And you know what? Please comment. Let me know your story, your struggles, what's going on, how bad it is for you. Misery loves company, right? No, I just, and I'd like for you to share my videos. Not for the money. Like I said, I'm not in this for the money. Because we need to all feel and know that we're in the same boat together. While it's got a big hole in it, we're in the same boat together, okay? So, with all that said, I guess it's time for me to sign off. And I will see you again soon.